So in case of inverting and non-inverting amplifier, this will be the first experiment. In that we have to see two sections. One section is inverting amplifier, other section is non-inverting amplifier. So the aim of the experiment is to design an inverting amplifier for the given specification using op-amp IC741, or you can see the aim to study an inverting amplifier using 741 operational amplifier IC. Apparatus required if you have to do the experiment, the apparatus needed are, if you are going to test the waveforms, you need function generator. If you have to see the waveforms, you need CRO, dual RPS, power supplies require 0 to 30 volt. Op-amp 741 IC, this will be acting as an inverting and non-inverting amplifier. This is amplifier IC. You need an experimenter board to mount all the circuits and so on. Resistors are required in case of the designing purpose. We required connecting wires and probes for CRO and function generator if we require it then. In case of a theory of this particular experiment, that we know that inverting amplifier is nothing but input signal Vi is the input signal that we are going to apply it to inverting terminal, and that will be applied through resistor R1. So the circuit diagram will be next. The non-inverting input terminal of the op-amp is grounded. So the output voltage V0 is feedback to the inverting input terminal through RF R1 network, where the RF is the feedback resistor. The output voltage is given as V0 is equal to minus ACL into Vi. You know the theory of this, that output voltage is equal to gain into input voltage. So what is gain? Gain is the ACL closed loop gain. Why we are getting the negative output at the inverting amplifiers? Because the negative sign indicate that the output voltage is always 180-degree phase shift with the input signal. So what we can say is that if we are giving a signal, there will be 180-degree out of phase, or we can say phase shift. If we are giving a DC signal, then the negative sign will be there. In doing this experiment, we are going to take a precaution that the output voltage will be saturated if it exceeds plus minus 15 volt. Why it is so? Because the amplifier takes the voltage from the supply to have an output, that is amplified output. Now, if the supply is of 15 minus 15 plus 15 volt, from where it is going to give us the voltage beyond plus 15 or beyond plus minus 15 volt. So what we can say, the output voltage will be saturated. So that what we have to do, we have to take the precaution is that the voltage that we are applying with the gain, that should be less than 15 volt. I will explain this while we are doing it on virtual lab. So procedure, we have to connect the circuit as per the circuit diagram. So we see circuit how it is. Plus VCC should be connected to plus 15 volt, minus VCC that should be connected to minus 15 volt. In case of virtual lab, they are already internally connected. And finally, we are going to measure the output voltage at the output when the input is fed to the inverting terminal. So which IC we are going to take? It is a 741 IC, and the in pin diagram is shown in here, where the 1 terminal and 5 terminal is offset null. It is already done in a theoretical session. 2 number is inverting and 3 number is non-inverting. 4 number is minus VCC, 7 is plus VCC. 6 number terminal is output, and 8 number terminal has no connection. So this is the circuit diagram of the inverting amplifier, where Vin is the input quantity. It is connected to the second number pin, means inverting amplifier, with Rin is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Then feedback resistor is there, RF 10 kilo ohm, and it is finally connected to output, where the 7 and 4 number terminal are connected to supply. So though it is written over here a minus 10 and plus 10, we can have up to plus 15 and minus 15. Third number terminal, it is a non-inverting terminal. It is connected directly to the ground in case of an inverting amplifier. So if you have to design this particular amplifier, we should know the designing. So if we suppose to have the gain of the circuit to be a 10, means V0 is equal to minus ACL into Vi. We need ACL is equal to 10. So how it will be? So for that purpose, you know the formula of the closed loop gain of the inverting amplifier as minus RF upon R1. So now in this case, minus Rf upon R1, if we just take the value of R1, we can find out the value of Rf, or we can take the value of Rf and we can find out the value of R1. So if we take the R1's value equal to 1 kilo ohm, the Rf finally will come, that is equal to minus 10 kilo ohm. So why it is minus 10? Because the practically register is not in negative sign. This is because the gain has a sign of likewise minus 10. So why this is minus 10? Because the inverting input is connected to the Vin, connected to the inverting terminal, so that this is inverting amplifier and output will be out of phase with the input. So that's why the gain comes as a minus 10. So the RF will be 10 kilo ohm, it will be not a negative. If we take the observation of it, so what we have in here, the gain is 10. Suppose the input voltage is 0.1. So 0.1 multiplied by 10, minus sign is there. What will be theoretical value? It equal to minus 1. If we take 0.2 volt, if we multiply it by 10, what will be the theoretical value? Minus 2. If we take a 0.3 volt, multiply by 10 becomes a minus 3. Again, if we go to a minus zero point 0.4, it multiply by minus 10 becomes 4.5, multiply by minus 10 becomes minus 5, and so on. We can take so many readings, but after, if we take here 2 voltage, so what will happen? Minus 10 into 2, it becomes a 20. So there will be no 20 volt at the output of the operational amplifier. Why? Because the operational amplifier get saturated. So the design and testing of the inverting amplifier is done, we can say, in the result section. Now I would like to show you the virtual lab experiment of it. Okay, so this is inverting amplifier. You can see the connections is not made up to this point. If you Google on like inverting op amp in virtual lab, you will get to this link, and this is very easy to understand how the readings will be practically. So here inverting amplifier means what we are going to do. We are going to connect the 7 number this particular terminal to the numbers are given from 1 to 3 on. So we are going to just see the inverting terminal is connected to the resistor R1. Next resistors R1 terminal is connected to Vin. So the Vin is connected. Then the feedback resistor is there. We are going to connect a feedback resistor in between output and the inverting terminal, and the 8 number terminal that is connected to ground. So this is the way the inverting op amp configuration is, right? So what we have to do, we have to check the connection. So checking the connection, it will say that it is a right connection. So what it is suggesting, it's suggesting is that set the value of resistance R1 and resistance RF and input voltage. So I am saying okay here. So now in our practical sheet, what we have seen is that the gain is of 10. So here the input voltage, you will see the input voltage here, it is varying from minus 15 to plus 15. This is the input voltage, not a power supply. Power supply is already available inside it. It is hidden. Okay. So what we can see is that if we place a 1 volt, here is no provision that we can provide in 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So what is the requirement? The gain should be low. So for that purpose, we are going to put the gain. So what it will be, what will be the gain? The RF resistance is 2, R1 resistance is 1. So minus RF upon R1, the gain will be minus 2. The voltage put you over here is 1. So what I am going to do, I am going to say add to table. I think the connection here is not correct. I'll clear it. RF R1 1, I will say add to table. So you can see here the input voltage is 1, the output voltage is minus 2. Why it is minus 2? Because the gain is minus RF divided by R1, 2 divided by 1, that is equal to 2. The gain is 2 over here. The voltage is minus 2 because of minus 2 multiplied by 1. If we increase the voltage, input voltage to 2, What will happen if we add to table? It becomes 2 input, it becomes a 4 volt output. So I am saying that this is an inverting amplifier with the gain of 2. If I put the value of 3, it becomes a 6. Now, if the input is negative and we have inverting amplifier, what it will be? Can anybody tell me? If I put minus 1 volt here, what will be the output? Anyone?
+2.
Okay, we'll see is it correct or not. So I am putting here minus 1. I am adding it to table. Right. The minus 1 volt reading is converted into plus 2. So why it is so? Because the negative is input. Again, the gain is also negative. So what will happen? Negative, negative, negative multiply by negative, it becomes a positive. Output voltage will be 2. If I put minus 2 volt here, add to table, it becomes a plus 4 and so on. So this is an inverting amplifier. I'm going to clear again. I'm going to put the values over here. And if I give minus 15 volt, if I put it this, so what is the output voltage? The output voltage is 30. But in practical way, this is virtual, so you can see the 30 volt output. If I increase the RF gain as like this, and if I add it to table, so it becomes clear. I'm putting RF's values very large. Add to table. Look at here. It is showing that the minus 15 volt input leads to 405 output. But in practical, power supply is of 50 plus minus 15 volt, so it will not go beyond 15 volt. So in virtually, we can see any reading, but practically this reading is not good. So that's why the practical hands-on is very much needed rather than the virtual experimentation. But I have said that the precaution is that we are not going to read beyond plus 15 or minus 15 volt. So this is the way the inverting operational amplifier is. Is it okay?